All right. Ooh, it's hot. Hi, guys. Welcome in. We are getting ready to do some new moon messages for each zodiac sign. How do I do this? Got my little it's hot out. New moon messages. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. We are doing some new moon messages for each zodiac sign. Sorry, I am late. We had a home emergency, if you will. New moon messages for all zodiac signs. We will be doing readings afterwards, independent readings for each person if you want a reading. But in the meantime, wherever you're watching, can you please hit the like button? Can you tap the screen so we can get to on TikTok, get to 1,000 likes? Okay. Let's see. All right, I'm here. Welcome in. All right, guys, we are doing new moon messages. We just had the new moon yesterday. I believe it's new moon Gemini. And we're going to do messages for each zodiac sign about what they can expect for the next 2 weeks while we're under this new moon energy. Remember that new moons are a great time to set new intentions, to welcome new energy. Usually, we look at the full moon as a time for closing out things and the new moon as a time for welcoming in things. So, hopefully, you had a successful conclusion to a lot of things that happened at the last full moon. And now you're looking for some new things to come in with this new moon. So, I'll be reading the messages for each zodiac sign from that perspective, right? Where I'm going to look at things from okay, what are the new messages for this zodiac sign? What do they need to know over the next 2 weeks? Of course, guys, please remember it is a general message. All right. So I will stick around afterwards for anybody who wants a personal new moon reading. And I can tell you guys what you can send. You can either do Cash App donations, $20 Cash App donations, or if you're on the TikTok. Hi, TikTok. All right, you guys can do a whale gift for your own, very own personal new moon message. Welcome in. So as you guys come on in, please hit that like button. Please tap that screen. I appreciate. And I got my little fan on because it is hot. All right. So you guys know I'm going to be using the Angel Tarot cards. This is the deck that I use when I'm teaching tarot. I do a 4-week beginner tarot basics class. It's a really great class to teach you how to read tarot, whether you use this deck or other decks. The beautiful thing about tarot is that despite all the imagery and the different words, it's the same thing. A tarot deck will always have 78 cards, of which 56 is minor arcana and 22 is major arcana. Oracle cards, they differ. They change time. Different oracle cards. You could have an oracle card deck with 36 cards, 44, 52, 12, right? So oracle cards are different, but with tarot, it's the same thing. So even though I use the Angel Tarot deck by Radley Valentine, who, by the way, happens to be my teacher, I learned tarot through Radley Valentine's tarot reading program, right? Even if you learn on this deck with me, don't worry, you can still read Rider-Waite. You can still read different zodiacs, different tarot. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Dandelion Queen. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Tap that screen for me. Appreciate it. Thank you, Dandelion Queen. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. All right. So we're going to be starting with Aries. Okay. We're going to start with the fire signs. So if you are, do we have any? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm a Sag rising. So I'm excited for the Sagittarius reading because that's a Sag rising. True Breeze, yes. What's your sign? True Breeze says yes. She's all right. Well, we're not doing air signs just yet. We're on the fire signs. True Breeze said Aries. I'm so happy I got an Aries. And I like when I do these live readings. I like when people are here and they can tell me firsthand, right? Like they can tell me firsthand, Uma, you're on the money, or you don't know what you're talking about. Maggie, I'll be getting to all of that. Pisces, everybody I'll be getting to. So please hit that like button. Share with your friends. The more people in here, the better. We're going to start with Aries. New moon messages for Aries. And please give me your honest feedback. Remember, this is not a private reading or a personal reading. True Breeze, this is for all Aries. So take what you can. And this is for every zodiac sign, all right? Take what you can. Take what applies. Let the rest fly. Take what resonates. Toss the rest. Okay? So Aries, let's go. Let's see what's in store for Aries. Wow. Big start. Big start. Okay. Wow. Work cut out for me. We got the Unity card for Aries. This is about spirituality, a need to work on your spiritual path, your spiritual life. We got the Dreamer, literally a new beginning, new cycle, right? And we got the Six of Water, memories from the past, nostalgia. So Aries, I feel like this new moon is allowing you to walk away from a past connection. It feels like it's feeling like a romantic connection. Some of you have been in on again, off again situations with your past connections. And I feel like this energy, you're drawing closer to your spiritual purpose, your spiritual path. You're having these ideas about what life looks like for you outside of another person. And you're wanting more investment in your future and not so much with your past. Okay. So I feel like Aries, this new moon is bringing you this new cycle. And for a lot of you, you're feeling the pull to really finally and truly step away from the past and this on again, off again energy and this connection. Now, this could be romantic or it could be with a friend, giving friends like the benefit of the doubt, and it's just not working out. So you're really ready to release the past. Also, too, I feel like with the Unity card, you're being called more in a spiritual direction. So if you've been feeling the desire to meditate or to work with a psychic mentor or to get spiritually aligned, that's what this new moon is bringing you, that energy for that. Okay. So this is the message for Aries. Yeah, that's exactly as I feel it for the next 2 weeks. Okay, Aries, tell me how I did. This is a general reading, guys, for all Aries. So, like I said, take what applies, leave the rest, and then let me know in the comments. Oh, did you guys hear that rain? I'm actually really grateful for the rain because it's been so hot recently. Some comments in this live were filtered. It's supposed to rain. Yeah, exactly. True sent me a heart. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. Let's go to Leo. Do we have any Leos in here watching? For Aries, does wealth come? That may be part of the cycle, the new cycle. Because remember, when we hold on to things tightly from the past, it can block our future blessings. So if Aries is willing to let go of the past and really and truly open up to this new journey, abundance can come because this new cycle is all about new things. Yeah. All right. Sorry about the thunder, guys. That's Virginia weather for you. 1 minute it's steaming hot, and the next minute it's like cold. All right. Do we have Leo? Anybody here, Leo? That's okay. We are recording this for YouTube. So Leo is at 12:03. I should write these down. Aries. Leo was 12:03. Okay. All right, Leo, your message for this new moon. I feel this new moon energy, Leo, is coming in your work life. I feel like you've been stressed at work, and it just feels like you're handling a lot of situations on your own. You don't have any help. But with this new cycle, this new energy coming in, I see help coming your way, whether it's in the form of more people being hired, making your work life easier, or um, them taking away some of the tasks that you're doing. But Leo, I really feel drawn to your career sector of your life. I feel like life is about to get easier. I also feel like your intuition is going to be growing more under this new moon energy. And I feel that you're really being prompted to follow your intuition and trust it more. The High Priestess card is not just about following your intuition, but it's also about releasing fears. So, Leo, we already know you're fearless, but I feel like whatever other little fears you have, you're learning to walk away from that as well, this new moon. Now, guys, when I give these messages, most people think like it's these big life changes, right? But a lot of times with new moons, full moons, because they happen every month, these are little changes, little things that happen from time to time. So, Leo, if you're hearing this, it could literally just be your boss saying, okay, instead of you doing 10 things a day, you're going to do 8 things a day, right? But the good news is that this is bringing you closer to being more on track and stabilized in your career, less stress. That's the most important thing, is what I get for you, Leo. And your intuition's at an all-time high. I really feel the need to say this. There's some Leo that's going to be watching this, and I really feel the need to tell you, Leo, that you're going to be in a situation in this next 2 weeks, and everything is going to look against what your intuition's telling you, but follow your intuition. All right? Follow your intuition. Sometimes I remember one time this girl told a group of me and my friends that she was pregnant, and everybody believed her, but I didn't believe her. And I was like the only odd man out. And everybody was like blaming me, and saying like I'm such a Debbie Downer. And man, I got roasted for the next 8 months until The due date came and went, and that girl finally admitted she was never pregnant. She lied the whole time. And I was the only one that knew. So, Leo, that's the message to you. I feel like that's a situation for you as well. You're going to be in some sort of situation where everybody's telling you go left and your intuition's telling you go right. And you're going to have to just go right. Okay. Trust that intuition, Leo. All right. Sagittarius. Any Saggies in here? All right, Saggies. Sagittarius, there is a breakup coming. There is a breakup, or this is a time for healing, healing your past, healing your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is interesting because we have the Three of Air, which is my breakup card, but we have Page of Water, which is new love or a new phase of a relationship. And then we have the Balance card. So because this is a general reading for Sag, I feel like it's two ways, right? Sagittarius, I feel like some of you are going to go through a breakup. And as quickly as you go into a breakup is as quickly as you're going to meet someone new, and you're going to move on, right? Um and I feel like this person or this situation had really unbalanced your life, and now you have balance coming in, because that's what I'm really drawn to, is that balance card. I feel like you have balance coming in for the next 2 weeks under the new moon. So I feel for some of you, Sag, you're getting rid of a toxic person, an unhealthy person in your life. And then for other Sagittarius, you're getting rid of something that is maybe blocking the relationship you're in. And then the relationship is going to get better and balance is restored. You know? So that is the message for Sagittarius. It is love related. And I feel like for Sagittarius people who are listening to this, don't be so afraid of the breakup or the letting go. Like, that's life. All of life is, you can't predict life, you know. Even as psychics, we can predict the next steps, or based on the energy of something, what's going to happen next. But really and truly, it comes down to energy and alignment and what you're aligning to. And sometimes, especially with Sagittarius energy, they tend to align with higher ideals. So if you're aligning with higher ideals and that person can't keep up with you, then they can't keep up with you. You just got to let them go. You got to let them go, you know? So that's the message for Sagittarius. Out with the old, in with the new. That's what I feel like saying. All right, who should we go to next? Should we do water signs, earth signs, or air signs? Put your signs in the comments. Let me see how many of one sign we got going on. We got a bid for water, we got a bid for earth, we got a bid for air. Water, earth, air. All right, we need a tiebreaker. We need someone else. What's your sign? What's your zodiac sign? Earth it is. All right, here we go. Earth signs. So we're going to do Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Any Capricorns in here? Virgo. Okay. Well, let's start with the Capricorns. Capricorns. Oof. Capricorns. We have Four of Water, discontentment, unhappiness in your emotions. Hi, Darlene, Capricorn, big Capricorn energy. We got the Lovers card. So this is telling me this is with a significant relationship in your life, whether it's your soulmate, your partner, your child, a best friend. And then we have the renewal card, which is a positive card. Hi, Lila. Oh, it's showing on Facebook? That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Capricorn, it seems like you're not happy with a very important relationship in your life. The Lover's card represents a significant soul relationship. Now, most people would read this as a soulmate relationship. I read like all relationships are important. I don't know why people just say love relationships are important. No, they're not. All relationships are important. I couldn't see you in Facebook. Are there people over there writing from Facebook? Facebook, thank you for commenting. And thank you for the gifts, TikTok. Yeah, the gifts. You see, we're in the C3 league. We're trying to hit C2 tonight. So if you want to know, you just gotta hit that popular live button and look at what I'm doing. Okay. So I feel like Capricorn, you have new energy coming into, for those of you that are in a relationship, you have new energy coming into your relationship. And if you're not in a relationship, your discontentment with your past is leading you to a new relationship that's a soulmate relationship, and it's a better one than what you've had before. Ty, thank you. Okay. So the renewal card tells me that Capricorns, you might have been going through it in a relationship with someone important to you, could be a soulmate, could be a best friend, and you've not been feeling good about it. But these 2 weeks, we're going to see that relationship pick up, right? Now, with the renewal card, it says, a favorable assessment of facts. So I feel like Capricorns are going to take this new energy to consider new thoughts. We know the earth signs, right? The earth signs are very stubborn, shall we say? Hi, Jen. The earth signs are very stubborn, right? And I feel with the earth signs, they could just see things one way. So this is a good sign for Capricorns because this tells me that you guys are considering new thoughts, which that's what we get, right? With new moon, new ideas, new thoughts, new energy. So you're considering them. And the things that you're feeling unhappy about, you're looking at them from a different point of view. And you're moving according to the assessments you're making. So like I said, this is a general reading for Capricorns. Some Capricorns are leaving situations, even if it's with their soulmates, with their best friends, whatnot. And then some Capricorns are having new thought that's going to change the dynamic of these relationships. Okay. Jen and everyone else on TikTok who's asking me questions, I will be doing readings afterwards. It's the jellyfish gift up there. If you want a new moon reading, which is what I'm doing right now, it is the whale gift. But I am still doing the Zodiac messages readings. So I cannot read for you, Jen, and tell you if you should be with Ishmael at this moment in time. Okay? I have to get through another 8 Zodiac signs before I can take personal requests. And for those of you that are watching me on Facebook or on YouTube, you guys can get personal readings as well. It's going to be for a $20 donation. Okay? Okay. So that's the message for Capricorns. Taurus. Any Tauruses in here? No, I didn't do Aquarians yet. Any Taurus in here? So there's 2 messages for Taurus. Hi, Singing Ty. There's 2 messages for Taurus. One, there is promise of new love coming in. The Knight of Water is Knight of Cups. Knights bring offers. Pages bring messages. So I feel with the Knight of Water, I feel like you have an offer coming in these next 2 weeks, Taurus. There may be somebody who's been watching you whether you know it or not. And they might, be feeling this new moon energy to make a move on you and be like, hey, what's going on? Do you want to go out on a date? Do you want to go for some coffee? So this would be a nice change for you, Taurus. And I say, go for it, check it out. Never say never. You never know, right? And then see what happens. But the other message for Taurus, I feel like you got to be more strategic about your money, right? I feel like you got to be more hands on about your money. You might have been a little careless, Taurus, about your money. And these cards are telling me like you got to maybe put yourself on a budget or really decide the importance. I think you've been on a spending spree and it's time to like just draw it back in. You're going to be having thoughts about your financial health these next 2 weeks under this new moon. And you're going to be like, do I really need that coffee every day? Maybe if I make coffee at home, you know, I don't need to spend that money on that. And I feel that's the message for Taurus. New love coming in, but also take care of your spending habits, okay? How does that message resonate, Taurus? That Knight of Water, that's a strong love card. Just like the Lover's card that the Capricorns got, strong love card. Okay, Virgo. Do we have Virgo in the house? Virgos. I got my first. I got guys. I got my first confirmation, and it was from a Taurus. Thank you, Taurus. Ty says it does. Definitely said this about spending today. Thank you. I appreciate it. I like when I get the feedback, man. I know a lot of I'm a professional healer, a professional reader, but I don't act professional on here at all. I be getting all excited when y'all like acknowledge me. So thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. So we're going to go to Virgo now, right? Virgo. Ooh. Virgo, this is going to be a rest period for you. Not too long. You're not resting the whole 2 weeks under this new moon Gemini that's coming in. But you're gonna feel the need to pull in and to rest at least the first few days. Some of you might have been sleeping more recently because of this new moon energy. But the beautiful thing about this is you got the Magician card and the Emperor card. These are strong cards. So this is what I feel for Virgos. Virgos, you're going to take a little time out. You're going to rest. And that's all you needed. You might have been running yourself dry, Virgos. You might have been doing too much out here. And by you just taking some time out, some time to yourself, collecting your thoughts, it's going to get that law of attraction going again. Because I associate the Magician card with law of attraction, right? And I feel like with this, it's saying that you're going to start to get more organized. And Virgos love a good organization. Virgos love a good organization. So I feel like after you've taken your rest over these 2 weeks under this new moon, the Emperor card comes to tell you, let's get organized again. Let's get back onto our routine, our habits. And because you're in your happy place, right, Virgos, then the magic is going to start to flow again. So, we all want to manifest. We all have things that we want to see come true. And I tell people all the time, like people think I'm some sort of like woo-woo witch lady. It's just studying the natural laws, guys. I think as humans, we got too comfortable on this planet because we got these nice houses and, nice clothes and nice cars. And we forget we're literally on a rock that's circling an orbit around the sun and other planets. And there's so much recipes for disasters. You know what I mean? There's so many recipes for disasters. So we got to thank God every day for our life, our livelihood, right? And The magic, the magician tells you that, Virgo, that it's all about alignment. And when you take this rest and you really refocus and get back on your schedule, things will start to flow for you again. And it's not magic, it's rocket science. Or it's not even rocket science, it's just following the natural laws. All right. All right, that is for Virgos. Okay, we have the air signs and the water signs. Who do we go to next? Put your zodiac signs in the comments. Let's see. If we get the majority water signs, we'll go water. If we get the majority air signs, we'll go air. We just finished Capricorn. He says, thank you. You're welcome. Aquarius. Okay, we got one for Aquarius. Anybody else? You got it, Lila. Aquarius it is. So we're going to go with the air signs. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. All right, Aquarius. Let's see. Did you guys hear that thunder? Oh my gosh. Guys, please keep tapping my screen so we can get to 10,000 likes. I appreciate you. All right, Aquarius. This is beautiful. You got all water cards. So you're definitely going to be in your emotions, which is hard for an Aquarius. I'm Cap Aqua, so, just a double dose of masculine energy over here. But the Queen of Water and the King of Water showed up together. So this tells me that there is a significant love relationship on your mind. And we get the Eight of Water, which is like the breakup card. But it's like a breakup that you want, that you're ready to move on. You're ready to leave. All right, so let's look at this for Aquarius. It's a general message. Don't forget, afterwards, I will be doing personal messages for any of you who want a personal message, okay? For the new moon that we're under right now. But generally, for Aquarius, I feel like some of you are ending relationships. You've outgrown relationships and you're ready to move on to something bigger, something better. And then for some of you, you're actually deepening your relationships. Queen of Water tells me, that relationships develop to a deeper level. So I feel with this, right, Aquarius, you're deepening the relationship. And the Eight of Water means that you're letting go of either thoughts or ideas or habits that is not serving you. So let's say you're with a spouse and you're judging them, low-key judging them. We all do that, right? And Lila said it, selling my house, it's all good. That is leaving behind. That is leaving behind. But it could also be like concerning a relationship. Maybe you were looking to like your spouse and maybe judging them in some kind of way. And then you're realizing this is my person. I'm not going anywhere. So I got to change the way I feel about this stuff, right? You could do that as well. So Aquarians, the next 2 weeks, we find you really emotional because a lot of change, a lot of moving pieces. There's this relationship that you're in that is continuing to grow closer while you're walking away from a lot of things. So some things are staying and getting stronger, and then some things are leaving. And you're feeling very emotional about this. My advice to Aquarians is to give yourself grace over the next 2 weeks under this new moon, Gemini. I feel like you're getting a lot of intel from the other side, is the way I say it. You're getting a lot of intel from the other side. And your spirit guides are wanting you to know you're on the right path. You're growing, you're evolving. So whatever got to let go, let it go. You're going to be A-okay. All right. All right. That was for Aquarians. Gemini, you are up. Gemini. So this is the new moon, Gemini, that we're under. And of course, as with everything, It's, either or for Gemini, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. We have five of fire, which is conflict. And I can see a lot of Geminis just raising up, raising sand. But we also see two of fire, which is partnerships, business connections. And we get eight of earth, wanting to do something more, maybe taking on study. So I feel like Geminis, the conflict, for some of you, the conflict is coming within yourself and you're pushing yourself to do more and be more. That's why you got the eight of earth card about like studying, going back to school, or maybe taking a course, self development. And then for the other Geminis, you guys are just in your FAFO era, right? F around and find out. And the five of fire is like, who got the smoke? Who wants the smoke, right? That's what I feel is going on with the Geminis. So if you're, wow, it is really storming. If you're a Gemini listening, I would say for this reading to resonate for you, try to see it from that perspective. Am I having this internal conflict? Am I fighting myself? Am I resisting change? Am I knowing that I need change? Then you belong to that first subgroup, which means it's time to change, it's time to grow, and to involve yourself in some sort of learning, whether it's working with a life coach or it's actually going back to school. But for the other Geminis, if you're picking a fight with everybody, stop that and understand your fight is not with them. It's with wanting for more in your life. All right. The two of fire calls to me for that second group because I feel like you're supposed to be looking for people to collaborate with and to work with. So that's what that two of fire says. Okay. And Libra. Do we have any Libras in here? Libra. Let's see what your message is for this new moon. So you're overcoming some stuff, Libra. Wow. The ego card, these are fears, fear based thoughts, right? The king of air, being logical, sensible, not buying into your emotions, but actually, addressing things, not going into the fray, trying to logically see things through. And the three of water is a celebration card, which tells me that you're going to succeed. So for Libras, this new moon is bringing you the energy of clarity and logical wisdom, really and truly, because I feel like you're being pulled to go emotional. There might be situations around you that is pulling on you to get involved, to take part, right? But you're doing the Libra thing. You're doing the air sign thing, which is you're focusing on staying the course and on being logical and looking at this from a logical point of view and not an emotional point of view. And because of that, you're going to have something to celebrate. So within 2 weeks, Libra, you got some good news coming. Also, the three of water is reunions. This could be reunions with people from your past, or this can also be just like having fun, just going out and enjoying yourselves, you know? So there's good energy here for Libras. You guys are leaving things behind and embracing new things. Yeah. I like how logical you guys are staying. King of Airs, top. That's like an energy I aspire to be to. You know what I mean? All right. Let's get to the water signs. That's the last group that I'm doing. The water signs, we're going to start with Pisces at exactly 40 minutes. Pisces, then Cancer, then Scorpio. Dandelion Queen said Gemini was spot on for me. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you. I like when people give me feedback. What can I say? All right, Pisces, let's have at it. Pisces is just enjoying life. Let me tell you. Huh. 3 of fire, 4 of fire, just 9 of earth. You're just happy go lucky. This new moon is getting you to just enjoy life on your terms, because you're in a happy place and you're going to be in this happy, high vibing energy. Your attracting powers are going to be really strong. Pisces, I think, if any, out of everybody, I think you're going to be the one to really manifest some good stuff over the next 2 weeks because you're happy in your solitude. Some of you are going to be attracting love that has the potential to go long term. Some of you are just seeing more uh, evidence about desires that you have coming true, you know? So that the message for Pisces is simple. Just make long-term plans, man. You're in a good place. You're on the right path. Your energy is high. You're in that love energy, whether it's self-love or love of another. And I feel like Pisces, the message for you is simple. Just keep doing what you're doing. Stay high vibing, stay looking ahead, and just enjoying your energy and enjoying life. I don't see this being attributed to anybody but Pisces. Just a lot of beautiful energy here. All right. Cancer. We're at 42 minutes for 42 minutes. Cancer. Ivy said, it's talking about me. Did that resonate for you, Ivy? Now, stick around because I will be doing readings for each person if you want your own personal new moon message. And I'll tell you what to send for that if anybody wants a new moon reading. Okay, Cancer. Okay, money issues. Warring with others. Wishes come true. Okay, so this looks good for Cancer because the 5 of earth scared me. That's money issues. 5 of air scared me. That's like, people not being what they say they are. But the 9 of water looks great. The 9 of water is like your dreams come true, happiness, joy. It could indicate a soulmate, like a love relationship. But I feel the biggest message I feel for Cancer is that you might have lost friends, you might have had a blow to your income, and life may have been down for you for a while. But this month, under this new moon, we see things changing around where you're starting to feel like yourself again. You're starting to feel happy again. Maybe you made up with those friends from your past, or maybe you found new friends, right? Maybe your money that was affected, you got more money coming in or a better job. But things just seem to be moving around for you, Cancer, and life looks good for you. So I say, this is what I'm going to say to Cancer. Don't dwell too much on the past. Because, Cancer, you guys like to stay in your fields. Don't do that. Allow the door to open to new experiences. Because that is definitely what is coming in. New experiences for Cancer. Okay. Congratulations. That 9 of water card is 9 of cups. It's like wishes come true. So I feel like you guys, like Pisces, will be having a great energy under this new moon. All right. And then finally, our Scorpios. I guess the water signs are doing really well under this new moon, Gemini. Huh? We got Knight of Fire, passion, excitement, strength, building inner strength, forgiveness, and the Star. Make a wish. You're on the right path. Make long-term plans. So Scorpio, I feel like the message really and truly strongly is for self-love and to forgive yourself. Yeah. You have some sort of new opportunity coming in. I feel like you're bumping up in your energy, you're bumping up in your life. And because it's whatever this new offer is, it's so good. It's making you let go of any resentments, anything from the past that was holding you down, right? So, Scorpios, you have happy times coming ahead, and you can allow yourself to be optimistic. You know, I feel like you're stronger now for some reason. Like I feel like you recently went through something with that full moon. Whatever that full moon is that we recently had, I feel like it affected Scorpio a lot. And you learned a lot about yourself, a lot about love, a lot about people, and you're in a better place now because this new moon, I just feel like a difference of energy in you, and you feel more optimistic now. You went through something. You went through something that just changed you, but it made you stronger. So Scorpios, congratulations. I feel like this new moon is for you. It's all about looking at things from a different perspective. Hmm. And trying to find a perspective that feels good to you and not dwelling on things that don't feel good. That is what I'm feeling for Scorpios under this new moon. Yeah. All right. For everybody who's watching live, just put a one in the comments, and I'm going to pull three cards just as a general message for all of us that are assembled here. All right. So just put a one in the comments if you wish to receive this message. All right, I got a couple of people. Let's see what this message is for those of us that are watching live and that put the one in the comments. Awakening. It is time to look at things from a different perspective. This was traditionally the Hanged Man card in traditional tarot. So this is telling me that, this is telling me that the way you're looking at something is causing you a lot of stress in your life, and you got to find the viewpoint that makes you feel better about it. For instance, right? For instance, if let's just say you got a couple of pounds on you, and you down yourself every day, and you're like, oh, I'm overweight or I'm unhealthy, right? And then that viewpoint doesn't make you feel good, right? But the viewpoint of, you know what, I'm 34 years old, and this body has gotten me this far with little to minimal to no health issues. Thank you, body, I appreciate you. That makes you feel better, right? Sorry, do you guys hear this rain? This is crazy. We're about to get washed out. So that's the message with the awakening card to everybody who's watching live. Choose to look at an issue that's bothering you in a different light and find the viewpoint that makes you feel better about it. I'm gonna give you guys a little heads up. That's actually what I do as a soul alignment coach. The majority of my clients call me to tell me how they think about a situation that they're going through, and I do mindset reset work to get them to look at the same situation differently. It makes them feel 1,000% better. So if you do struggle looking at something that you're going through in a different light, please feel free to contact me. I even have a session that's only 15 minutes long. I don't need a lot of time. So we could get this knocked out in 15 minutes. You don't have to book the full hour or 30 minutes. Okay. Uh, the Page of Fire tells me that for those of you that are watching live, the Page of Fire is a card about new opportunities coming in, something new on the horizon, something that's going to make you very excited. So let's say you work at, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Hi, Sandra. But, or let's say you're a streamer on TikTok, right? And then it could be like some sort of new contest that they roll out that you could actually do because it's right in alignment with your community that you formed on TikTok. It's whatever it is, it's something that you're excited about because it's something that can actually move you ahead in life. So keep your eyes peeled for anything that you guys see new coming your way, because this seems to be something that can take you ahead. Okay. And finally, we got the Two of Water. This is a great card for relationships. For those of you that are in relationships and you're wondering about your person, maybe you had a recent conflict, maybe you had a recent fight. And this card talks about the positive resolution of conflict. So, for those of you that are worrying about that, this is just a message saying everything's going to be okay. You know, people do get into it from time to time. That's the nature of relationships, but eventually things will work out. All right. That is the message for those of you that are watching me live. So, how was that? How was the messages for New Moon? Um, YouTube, if there's nobody watching me live right now, I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast. And thank you guys so much for watching the replay. Please feel free to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. We'll be getting more readings coming here on this channel. And also, I'm going to be available to do live readings as well. So definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. And when you see me on, you can get a quick mini reading um, whenever you see me on. All right. Thank you guys so much. And to my